Whenever you're ready.
I can just start, right? So, a study by Paul Kilsnow says in his article, Facebook and Academic Performance, that students who use social media while studying score 20% less on their exams. So, today I'm going to talk about whether social media is good for our society or not. Social media. Okay, so when we talk about social media, 3 points have actually come up. First, what's the cost of using social media? Second, is social media a good source of using information? Third, the impact of social media on the people. While I'll talk about all 3 points in my speech today, first I would like to talk about the cost of using social media. So, supporters of social media say that it's completely free. There's no cost involved, no monthly subscription, no membership fee, nothing. You don't have to pay anything for it. And plus, it reduces the cost involved of using social media, like traditional methods of marketing. It substitutes it, and you can use Facebook to market your company. Whereas the opponents of social media say that nothing in this world is free. Everything has its cost. And over here, we'll use the word opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. Over here, like, for example, a study by Barbara Moore says that a businessman, let's say, earns $70,000 a year. The time he spends on social media can cost him $30,000. That's a lot of money. Now that we have discussed the cost of using social media, we can shift our attention to using social media as a source of information. Information. Social media is considered one of the good sources of information. The supporters of social media, like Barnes Methodist, The Guardian, says that social media is one of the main sources for the journalists. A study says that 56% of the journalists use social media as a source of information. That's a big number. Whereas the opponents of Sullivan Heidi says, and I quote, mainstream media have certainly hit a tipping point on the reliance on social media for their research and reporting. However, the opponents of social media, like Imtiaz, for reports for NBC, says that it's an unreliable source of information, though a lot of people use it, but no one trusts it. A survey says that 15% of the people who use somewhat trust it and 7% are skeptical about it. So what's the use of using social media as a source of information when you don't trust it, right? Okay, so now that we have discussed social media as a source of information, we can now shift our attention to the impact social media has on the people. Supporters of social media, like Alex Alvarez, ABC News, proudly claims that it's the sole reason to bring the twin sisters together. Twin sisters who were separated at birth, were brought together by the power of social media. Facebook and YouTube be the sole reason bringing them together. One of the twin sisters, Samantha Fuderman, says, and I quote, "Ever-expanding social media obsessed world we live in has given me the chance to not only to reconnect with the person I knew only for a 9-month extravaganza in my biological mother's womb." Inspiring story indeed. And there are more supporters of social media and the impact of people. One of those being Shandell Tuckerman, an article on divorce and social networking, says that social media has a lot of pros, but it has more negative impacts involved, including, like, research says that social media in 2011 was the sole reason of 1/3 divorces in the United States of America. Whereas social media can also be considered as an angel for teenagers, as Brendan R. Times says, and I quote, "Online social networking can facilitate identity exploration. Through social media, teens create, recreate, and hone their identities. However, there are negative impacts involved too, as Susan Greenfield says, and I quote, "Social networking sites might tap into the basic brain system for delivering pleasurable experiences. However, these experiences are deprived of cohesive narrative and long-term significance." Now that we have discussed all 3 points involved in social networking, we can shift our attention to the conclusion, and we can thereby conclude that social media has, regardless you use social media, the more well-informed you are about social media, the better equipped you will be to use advantages to your benefit, and reducing the disadvantages, and certainly this will impact your future. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.